What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is J-Lo, they are saying you are set to destroy Ben Affleck. And guess what? I actually don't blame her this time. If you guys don't know what's going on, Ben is playing in J-Lo's face. Now, listen, half of me says we love to see it because J-Lo is no angel. But the other one is, when are we going to start to stop this scourge or the female race of the world whose name is Ben Affleck? You guys, what am I talking about? Okay, Ben Affleck already humiliated J-Lo. This is in the words of Page 6. You don't gotta believe me if you don't want. Already humiliated J-Lo by chasing her down, begging her to marry her, doing all this only to completely disengage from her for, wait for it, guys, drum roll, being the same person we've all known her to be for the last 20 years. Now, don't get me wrong, J-Lo is no angel, but what woman deserves this treatment? What person deserves this treatment? Listen, while J-Lo was doing everything she could to patch things up with Ben, talking about she's sad, still trying to be friends with the kids and all this other stuff, Ben is literally releasing. And when I say releasing, Ben is literally releasing exclusives that is just really disrespecting her. Now, a lot of people are saying that he said he quit the J-Lo marriage because it was affecting his hard-won sobriety. Ben, if you don't get out of our faces, seriously, because at the end of the day, Ben, you were the one that looked like you were sneaking Jack Daniels. You're the one that looked like you were sneaking glasses of white wine. You're the one that looked like you were mad that J-Lo was on your ASS and wouldn't let you have a little weekend fun like Jennifer Garner did. Anyway, this new one is Ben Affleck quit J-Lo marriage as her fame and lifestyle were putting his hard-won sobriety at risk. He had to leave to avoid relapse. Now, listen, let me be frank. Maybe some of this is true. But is this not the same thing he said for Jennifer Garner? Said that being married to her and being a dad forced him to go to rehab several times. And if this is true, Ben, this is more proof that you shouldn't be in relationships because you are not far enough on your path in sobriety. I know J-Lo's sitting there drinking a Dalola cocktail, talking about far enough. He hasn't even started. You are not far enough on your rehab, your sobriety journey to even be messing with stuff like that. What are you doing getting people to be in relationships with you when you literally are playing in people's face? I don't know, but let's get in to this, shall we? Again, what did J-Lo do to Ben to make him so mad? You can't say that she was self-absorbed. You can't say she was narcissistic. You can't say she was selfish because guess what? Ben's known that about her. Remember, that's why he left her the first time. Tell me why he popped up again, begging and pleading to get her away from A-Rod, get the wedding of her dreams, only to dump her again. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, that's J-Lo's stupidity. It is. And she was dumb to believe him. But you know what, Ben, just because J-Lo was stupid does not mean we are going to sit here and let you play in our face like you're not the MFing problem. You cheated on Jen Garner with the babysitter. Name one woman Ben Affleck's been good for. Go all the way back to Gwyneth Paltrow. Give me what for all these people that want to defend Ben Affleck because it's always the woman's fault. And I'm not defending J-Lo because J-Lo has her own mess. But we can't blame her for this. Name one woman that man's been good to. I know what you can say. Name one man J-Lo's been good to. Okay, point taken. So maybe this is both of their karma. But here's the thing. J-Lo's getting dragged through the media, so she's getting her karma. Where is anybody holding Ben Affleck accountable? Okay, let's cancel them equally. Listen to this. Ben Affleck quit the J-Lo marriage as her fame and lifestyle were putting his hard-won sobriety at risk. He had to leave to avoid relapse. Man, shut up. Ben has had a rough year, and sources claim the Hollywood star split from J-Lo is a desperate bid to protect his hard-earned sobriety. I've seen Ben around a lot, and even on his honeymoon, he didn't look like he was sober. And I also want to say another thing. Ben has been going to plenty of parties, just not with J-Lo. He's been going to plenty of events with alcohol, just not with J-Lo. And honestly, you know what? Whatever Ben... Okay, anyway, let's go on. Radar Online can reveal that Ben apparently quit his marriage to J-Lo because her glam lifestyle was putting her sobriety at risk. One source said The marriage was incredibly overwhelming. J-Lo lives a very glam lifestyle, and he's often faced with temptation. Okay, can we be real? What lifestyle? What glam lifestyle does Jennifer Lopez? I know she likes private planes. I know she likes yachts and boats, and that's spending money. J-Lo has never been one to be out in the club. J-Lo is not a drinker. Ben, yes, she makes you rent yachts, but J-Lo is she can have non-alcoholic spritzers on there. J-Lo is not begging anybody to, you heard a lot about J-Lo. You ain't never hear about her popping nan pill, drinking nan liquor, or doing anything else. Ben, shut up. This is getting on my nerves, but we gonna continue. Ben, who struggled with addiction for years and has done multiple stints in rehab, was said to be risking his sobriety in that environment. And so he had to leave to avoid his worst nightmare, a relapse. Excuse me while I laugh. And see, here's the issues with Ben. I know what he's doing, and I hope Ben always tries when he leaves J-Lo, instead of just being like, I'm sick of you, I don't want to be with you anymore, he tries to act like he acts like she chased him away, and then he tries to spin the block whenever he gets lonely or afraid or wants to soak up some of J-Lo's star power. Again, this is embarrassing for J-Lo that she fell for this BS. For years, J-Lo didn't drink, but after she launched her DeLolo cocktail line, she clarified she enjoys an occasional cocktail. She said last year, I do drink responsibly. I don't drink to get ish-faced. Okay, first of all, that's why everybody was clowning her DeLolo line. First of all, it was weird that she came out with an alcohol line when you know that a loved one is suffering. Just suffering from addiction. Now, I'm not saying, I actually am saying that. It was in bad taste. Once you know the dangers that alcohol can do, making money from something that could potentially feed addictions in other families, it's really weird, cold-hearted, and just sinister. But also, let's be real, not one of the reasons we also clown J-Lo is because J-Lo, I believe, was lying. I do not believe she drinks. I do not believe she enjoys a drink occasionally. I've never seen J-Lo having a drink except in the Lola ads. Oh, and at that premiere where she tasted Ben Affleck's drink to see if he was drinking, and he was in fact drinking wine. And she looked pissed. So give me a break. Oh, and when they were fighting over liquor at the Oscars or Grammy or whatever, they said for an addict like Ben, there's no middle ground when it comes to being around alcohol. An insider said it's really unhealthy for him to be around any kind of alcohol. And with J-Lo, the drinking came with parties surrounded by fake people who treated him special because of his fame, which was a trigger for him. That's right, Ben, because you live in Hollywood, Beverly Hills. So you're right. The only fake people you ever met was J-Lo. Only fake person. Good for you, Ben. You let those piranhas, give me a break. If you really chose not to be around fake people, you would move out of LA. Here comes a report. Another trigger, an unhappy marriage. The Argo actor, look at this. The Argo actor famously said in 2021 while discussing the end of his 10-year marriage to Jennifer Garner, "It's part of why I started drinking, because I was trapped. I was like, I can't leave because of my kids, but I'm not happy. What do I do? What I did was drink a bottle of scotch and fall asleep on the couch, which turned out to be the solution." You guys, Jennifer Garner staged an intervention for the Batman vs. Superman actor and drove him to another rehab in 2018, the same year their divorce was finalized. Now Ben is just adjusting to life alone, again following his rumored split with J-Lo. He's reportedly once again had his midlife crisis haircut. I think he has a buzz cut now to match that stupid Phoenix tattoo. He has reportedly spent the last 2 months filming The Accountant 2, running the studio he founded with his pal and true love, Matt Damon, and preparing for his next directing project. Wait, does that mean he scrapped the movie he was going to do with J-Lo? Oh, wow. J-Lo, I know you thought that was going to win you an Oscar. Because that's another thing. I really think that she was like, with Ben, she was going to go with him because Ben was going to direct a movie. Ben and Matt Damon were going to direct a movie Jennifer was starring in. And I think she finally thought she was going to get that Oscar and be accepted by white Hollywood. But no, You're once again like 2022, the laughing stock of all Hollywood. Ben's moving on. His plate is full. That's just how Ben deals with adversity now that he's committed to staying sober. He buckles down and focuses on some work. He's not looking back. Ultimately, ending the marriage was the best decision. If Ben hadn't ended it, many believe he would have eventually started drinking again, and that would have been a disaster. Let me tell you something. Good for Ben for protecting his sobriety, even though I think this is all bullshit. Let me tell you what I really think. Ben is one of those boy men that they need their partner to be their mommy, but not too much. They need their partner to be their mommy, to baby them, to kowtow, to act like their emotions are fragile eggs, but not too much, because that's annoying. And ew, now you're annoying me. He really is that fickle. He really is. Ben has showed us a million times who he is. Through the grumpy face, through blaming every woman he's ever been with, through being selfish, through being a cheater. Like, come on, let's be real. And J-Lo likes to be pampered. She is the baby in the relationship. She wants a guy that's going to pamper her, cater her, help her build up her stuff, and wrap their whole life around them and want to see her as a star, sun in the moons. They are not compatible at all. And it's a good thing they split up, because now they can go be a blight and a scourge on the other people. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in these comments. I give it 2 more weeks before J-Lo starts letting us know all of Ben's business. And baby, I know there are so many bodies that she can dig up. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.